video capturing something else in them. I think I'm going to talk a little bit more of what's going on and the reason of what's going on. So. Capture. Get this down here. Bring that down a little bit so it's not so bright. You guys see me? Alright, so I'm going to turn this. It's buzzing. It's killing my conviction. You guys can hear me though, so that's good. So, what I want to talk about today, firmly, is so there's a point. I know you guys seen the video. I've got some 3 views right now. So I know you guys seen the videos. It's been going on, and you're probably wondering, what exactly was taking place when, what, this is not lore. This wasn't on the Facebook page. This is not on Steam. What is this, Isaac? Why are you posting these type of things? Why are you, what's this got to do with the story with John and everybody? Well, the question to actually answer all that is, it has got nothing to do with John. It's got nothing to do with Jones, and it has nothing to do with Agent Black or anything else like that, or even Isaac Commander. This is actually where it all began. Before the Space Marines, before all those, and for that, so that's like millennia. But in my vision, they do get stronger. There's these soldiers, and they're all Space Marines, obviously, but the story that led to that, in my version of what happened, is very different. So there's actually another story that actually, before even World War II happened, there was another logical story. So when World War II was happening, or even the First War, there's other war, and there's actually there's another storyline that I haven't expressed yet, and the other storyline behind this is called the VDAs, and then there's also called the Evil Faces, and there's also called the Sorcerers, and there's called the Triangle People, and these are pretty much all robots. But there was a incline to Kryptonus, and Kryptonus is actually a girl. If you guys don't know that, it looks like a man armor, but she's a sorcerer. Well, Kryptonus wanted war against the Triangle People, and the reason she wanted war against the Triangle People, because the Triangle People was creating a ultimate power source of a nuclear weapon. So the war started in 75-62. And then it ended in 78-25. That's when the war ended, and then the modern society kind of pretty much took over. So it was almost like it was repeating itself. What kind of led up to this war was they were just always fighting with each other. They were always fighting. They never could really get along. They wanted more power, more oil, more energy sources. Pretty much more everything. So there was a lot of bases that Kryptonus went to kill different types of species, and then announced a war on those planets, such as Tabina, Sugabru, Kadeen, and Fruga. So these are all these different planets that was all different type of clans and different type of species, but they always declared war against Kryptonus, because Kryptonus was known to be the most powerful ruler and sorcerer in that type of universe, in that galaxy. So she pretty much ruled over everything. So taking the helmet off, she was the most beautiful creature that ever had been created. And men that were Triangle People and other type of clans kind of just fell in love with her, because her beauty was divine, and it was something that no one can ever see or even understand. It was just beautiful. So they kind of fell in love with that. But the people that would fight for her would be other different clans. Well, the problem with this was there was another ruler, and you guys know him, called Flame. And Flame was the devil, and he didn't like this. he wanted revenge. He had a huge grudge about this, so he declared his own war. So he started creating VDAs, and he started creating weapons and more powerful weapons that you can pretty much or even possibly ever imagine. And this kind of created more of a sinker and divine character. So this kind of made it completely different, but he created all these armies. So he created tanks, he created ships, he declared war like crazy upon these planets and upon these clans. He was just so mad about Kryptonus that he literally banned and almost killed her because she had this ultimate power that he did not like. So he started creating commanders of his own. He created Adrenal Red, and he created Scorpion Commander, and these commanders in time would overthrow these other type and different type of galaxies. So Adrenal Red would have one galaxy, and Scorpion Commander would have another galaxy, and they would control all the planets in those galaxies, and it would be their own. But if Flame wanted more, then their loyalty was to him. And if Kryptonus did not want to bow by that power and bow by them and then serve Flame, then she would be banished into a world that she cannot ever get out of. So this pretty much led to the other war that was going on with robotics, and there was a general named General Green, and there was a lot of generals named General Green, but this one particular general, he had enough of it. He had been learning through all the history and through all of the collapse and through the paradigm and through Nexus and through Cyber Commander, that all this would be completely different. Well, Cyber Commander is Kryptonus, and if you guys didn't know that, but at the time, she was trying to hide and find a different identity. She didn't want to be called Kryptonus no more. She wanted to be called Cyber Commander, and this is when she started creating these different type of she started creating tanks of her own, and she started creating a complete reality between everything you can pretty much think of. And again, this is the good leading of 8265 that this type of war kind of took place. Think of the exact same time World War II started. So there was a huge morality of this. So Flame had his planets, Scorpion Commander had his planets, and Red had his planets. This is pretty much so. And then Cyber Commander didn't have a planet, so she had to go into a different galaxy. She was pretty much banished from all the planets that they controlled. So you had Scorpion Commander, Adrenal Red, and Flame. She was banished from all those planets. She was literally banished into a world that she could pretty much control and build. So she launched them. So that's when she found Triangle people, and like had a war and started with all them, which was exactly what the years I told you started and ended. So it was another war, but these Triangle people were completely different. They were more technically advanced, so they pretty much knew the power of what she was doing. So when she created these type of robots, then again at the time they call her Cyber Commander. When she'd create these tanks, these robots, these bases, then they would just be more technically advanced than her, and they were just completely they were the same. They were the same, about the same level. So, they would take out a tank, and then she would take out their tanks, and it was just a battle back and forth until it all ended. So that is like where that story comes from, and that's why I haven't told you guys that, because there was always a story behind another story. So when one story gets told, there's another story that's leading up to that. So where the Space Marines and the Warhammer, that pretty much dates back in like 30 something. That doesn't date back to 1785 or 2086. That dates back to 30 something. We're going to like 35, 42, 37, 46. Like, I'm telling you where it all began and where it all happened and how it happened. Again, in this year, Isaac Commander wasn't there. I mean, he was there, but he wasn't there. He was, this is like a world that he pretty much had to find by himself. He would have to find by himself because in the criticality to this, it's very different. It's very broad. It's like the land of the living, or the world of the living that you would go to. That makes it more interesting, more complex, or even more digraphic than anything you pretty much imagine. So there's other worlds out there, but in these years, after the General Red War, after General Red sent his forces to try to kill General Blue, and then General Red's forces lost. General Blue was a clone, and General Red had a clone as well, so they captured his clone. Nobody's actually killed or even captured the real General Red because he is a creation, like he's like a god or something from evil, and he still remains in these worlds. There are still remaining that nobody knows about. And then you've got Scorpion Commander that people thought he was dead and he was captured, but he wasn't, because he still remains and he still conquers his three worlds. And then you got Flame, which he conquers, and he has his 3 galaxies. So there's 3 galaxies that they both control. But honestly, every single person still has their loyalty to Flame. And Flame is the devil, of course, but they still have the loyalty to him. So this all takes place. Flame created these morons, and he created these creatures and these devilish characters, and he put them on these different planets. Well, when we talk about the Space Marines and the Orcs and the Demons and the Hell God, it's so funny, the Hell God is pretty much pre-creations. These are pre-creations from Flame. I talk about Sathan. Sathan was a brother from the devil, and then he came on to attack, and then he became good, and he went with Commander Isaac. So you've got Commander Isaac and General Green and Agent Black, all coming in trying to find this more information, and then we get down to where we're talking about the Great Divine, and we're talking about like, where is that coming from? And it says you cannot enter the Great Divine unless you're worthy. Well, as a commander thinks maybe he is worthy, so he can enter it. But again, his conspiracy that he doesn't think that he can enter it, because if he tries to enter it, he may be declined and say you are not worthy. So he's trying to do everything he can to enter the world. But if you enter one world and you do enter it, what's on the other side could be a complete mystery. Could be nothing. Could be blackness. Could be the exact same thing. It just means it's just a prophecy that isn't there yet. And this is, very, very different, because when we talk about, stuff like this, when we talk about the evolution that comes and the evolution that happens, maybe, the Great Divine could lead him to Flame. Maybe the Great Divine could lead him to Scorpion Commander. Or maybe the Great Divine could lead him to but in those years, as Commander he doesn't find anything. In those years, he when he enters the Great Divine, he finds out there's nothing there. There's nothing there, because what was there was the exact same thing he was looking for in the first place. Just pretty much the other side of the other side. So when Isaac Commander goes through this Great Divine, he's literally, it's like he's opening a door, and it's the exact same thing on the other side. You're literally he goes around the circle of the Great Divine, and it's the exact same thing. So the mystery of the portal is nothing. There's nothing there. And when Isaac Commander realizes this, it's like, well, why did you tell me that you would have to be worthy? Why did you tell me that they would be killed? And the story unfolds of it's just a prophecy. nobody really dies. They just go in and they see there's nothing there. And then, but there's also talk about the keys, and there's 20 keys total, but these 4 keys were given to space marines, and then the other ones were given to different clans and species. We talk about the Impalations and where they come from and why Flame sacrificed them. Well, he did. I mean, Flame did send a clone of the Impalations, and then he did sacrifice them for ultimate power. But again, it's just another conspiracy or conclusion, but nobody really knows where these beings, these powerful, gigantic people are. Nobody knows where they are, because so Flame is trying to find them, to try to figure out, why are you doing this? Why are you being so, and it's very different. It's very hard because he doesn't know. It turns out that he never knew in the first place. Everything he'd been, searching for, everything he'd been after, it turns out there was never any reason. There was never any reason to, fight in the wars. There was never any reason to go through campaign after campaign, trying to figure out what these keys did. And after he did find all the 20 keys, and after he did create the power, he himself learned that there was nothing there. It was just another power source that led to nothing. It was just pretty much, it led him all the way back to nothing. There was nothing there. He touched it, he went in it, he tried to research it, but in the end, there really wasn't anything there. It just led him to another thing. It just pretty much led him to other planets, but it never led him into the direction that he was hoping for, that he was looking for. And he just got confused, and he just got lost. And then when he found John, in the years to come, John was, telling him the exact same thing. I left for a reason. And the reason I left was because I found out the truth. There was nothing there. What I was searching for, it didn't exist. What I was looking for, it didn't happen. There was nothing ever there. I did the ritual. I got the stones, and then I went inside. And when I went inside, they were all dead. They were gone. They were gone forever. There was no voice or anything. After everything, he said, after everything that I had been fighting for, and after all these years I had been discovering and looking, I found nothing. And so, where did these demons come from then? Well, the question is, it was just a figure of imagination. He wasn't really fighting anything. Nothing really actually came. It was all in your mind. It was all created so you could have fun, so you could create the adventure, so you could understand the story of, let's just have a blast and tell a story that doesn't make any sense. So, so in the end, there was nothing there. After everything that he'd been searching for, he really didn't find anything. He couldn't find the real Scorpion Commander. He couldn't find, because he'd been all over the galaxy. He'd been through all galaxy after galaxy, and then he hit a dead end, and there was nothing else there. He went backwards and forwards and over and over. He went all around. There was just nothing there. So he realized that he was just trapped in there. But inside of one galaxy, or inside of a ball, there are so many galaxies, and it's, and he found out that, the truth is you can't escape. You can't escape that ball that you're in. That has so many Earth, that has so many planets, so many galaxies. You can't escape that at all. You just can't. It is what it is. It was created, and you can't get out. It's almost like if you put water inside of, a jug, and you open it and you pour it out. That's the only way you're going to get out. Unless it falls, it's the only way you're going to get out. So the interesting thing that that there is, that when Isaac Commander finally does think he's found all the keys, and he's found everything he needs to find. And after years and years, he just discovers that there was nothing ever really there. Galaxy, planet to planet, killing more and more bad guys, more demons, more different types of species, clans. He realizes that there was nothing there. It was really all for nothing. So, why did he go on this conspiracy quest in the first place? Why did he, think that there was something there when there really wasn't? Well, the question was, it wasn't that. It was the point of, if you didn't do this, you wouldn't have this knowledge. And apparently, it was because he was supposed to tell the story to other people. On all the journeys he'd been through, he was supposed to tell that journey to other people so they could, understand, so they could see what was going on. And that's why he had to go on these long journeys after all these years, after really, cutting ice and getting different things. He just never found Flame. He never really found anyone that the prophecy said he was going to find. When him being chosen one, he still didn't find anything. So it was almost like it was just a title. It was just a title that you were given. And when you understand that, because in the end, he found like gold and stuff, and other books that had been told, but he realized that it was just the creator creating all that. He realized that it was just the creator, putting all that stuff out there for him to find. All these ancient books, all these ancient keys and power sources and implications, and Great Divine, all this other stuff. It was just a creation. It was just a story. That's all it ever was. It wasn't real. It wasn't fake. It was just existing. And after he understood all this, after he knew about all this, then that's when he began to understand that there was no more to the puzzle, that he found out his purpose. It was just to live and die. And he found out if he died, then maybe he could understand the world, but he didn't die. It was like he was given this ultimate life to live forever, because in the end, there was nothing really there in the first place. There was nothing. There is nothing. And he now knows that. So he just lives out his life day by day until maybe eventually he will die, and he will maybe get the answers in 100 billion, trillion years from now. Maybe he'll be able to find the answers that he's looking for. And maybe he'll be able to understand what exactly it is that he's really wanting, and what he's trying, and what he's searching for, that maybe he'll be able to find it. Maybe he'll be able to understand it. So the story of that is completely different. The story of what happened to him, of what happened to John, what happened to Agent Black, of what happened to Isaac Commander's team, it was all just a story. It was all in his head. It was all in his mind that he created. And reality of it was, none of it was ever real. He literally wakes up and realizes that it was never real. It never happened. And he was only dreaming of it. And it was just physical imagination that led to a good story. So guys, that is what's happening. That is what happened. So now if you're all caught up in what's going on in the episodes or anything like that, that's what happens. So like the end of it is Isaac Commander just doesn't find anything. He doesn't know of anything. He doesn't see anything. After years and years and years and years and years of trying to find stuff, he just doesn't. He just finds out that nothing ever existed. It was all in his head. It was all in his mind. He was in a coma, and when he finally woke up, it was pretty much just a dream that he was on. And all the people he thought were friends and he thought he served with was nothing more than a figure of imagination and creation that he created himself. And that is the end of all the episodes, starting from everything. But stay tuned. because I am actually creating a game called Zombies of the Undead. The Undead is going to be 22 missions long, and I guess what I'm going to do, guys, because I talked to Wiggy. I literally did. I talked to him, and I said, hey, man, my text is just not working. It's not showing up. And then I actually talked to another person, and they said that, you know, it's not going to work. They're done with that. You're just going to have to keep putting online. And unless you're a modder and you're really good, or you're born with that type of talent, it's not going to happen. So I'm pretty much left with, I guess what I have to do, what I don't want to do, but what I got to do is, I don't want to sit there, because I can create stuff. You guys know me. I can do it. It's not a problem to me. But the problem to me right now is, I don't just want to create something and then, because it's easy to create it. It's easy to create a mission. It's easy to create missions. It's easy to put text in there and upload it to the Steam Workshop of, on Warhammer 4. Sorry, not Warhammer, but Minnesota Squad 2. It's really easy. Men of War, South Squad 2. My bad. It's really easy to do. It really is. But I feel like I'm not being a professional. I feel like I'm not being a professional video game designer trying to be a writer, director, and producer. I feel like I'm not being professional when I do that. And I feel like I'm not being professional about it. And just, I can do it, but it just feels like I'm doing something wrong, or like this is not right. I'm doing something that it's so easy to do, but at the same time, it's so, I don't know, I feel like I want to give you text pages. I feel like you guys deserve text pages. I feel like you deserve text pages and a story on the text pages, because this is a deep story. It's a deep story that happens. Again, it's all, pretend, it's all, made up and stuff, but it's just a story, and I want to give you guys the best nonfiction story I can pretty much, nonfiction story I can ever create, you guys, I also have another game, and don't worry, I know somebody's probably like, oh, you copy my Halo game, my Halo? No, it's not called Spave 3. No, it's called SPOV1. So not Spave, it's SPOV3. Now, I'm not taking the name, I'm not copying your name, alright, I'm just adding my own words. It doesn't even spell Spave, it says Spove. It just feels like a really good title, and there's actually two things to this title. I think I'm actually gonna change it to something completely different, because he may think, the guy that created Spave, he may think, oh, you copied my name. So I'll just do it like something completely different. It'll be really cool, and it won't be copied or anything, and it'll be another name. So don't worry about that. Another one, I have another game coming out. If you guys don't know about Daragon, not Dagon, Daragon. I say Daragon because he's gonna be like a super evil person. You'll probably have some stuff from Mass Effect. I am still working on Mass Effect. So working on that type of game. I really think people want to like it, because there's a lot more to that story that kind of happens and goes on. It doesn't tie into any of the episodes. So if you guys are like, oh wait, I've seen this guy. No, I just come in and won't be playing in there. There's not going to be a journal or anything like that. It's just going to be a complete, simple, really easy thing. And these games do come out, it's not going to entitle to the episode, into the story, into the lore or anything. It's just going to be games that come out, really good stories, because I ended the story on what happened. I told you everything I need to tell you in the video that I had on PS4. You guys get everything you need to know about that, and then I just finished it by doing this video. So I know it's been a long time coming, but that's what happened. I wanted to tell you before, and still write it. Writing it might be really cool as well. So I'm still going to do stories and stuff, but none of this is going to concern as Commander. It's just going to concern other people. Because it's another story. It's fake. It's non-fiction. It's not real. It does not exist. If it does exist, then I'm kind of scared, because I just want the stuff to be fake. I want it to be nice and cool. But honestly though, it really is just a really good time. It's almost like if you went there and you got ice cream and you ate it. It's just good stuff. So that's pretty much all I'm really doing. I do love telling stories, but again, to even be like Cartoon Network, even to be one of the greatest, there's so much more detail that I have to do. But I'm actually still creating the undead. I'm gonna be dropping that, just like I told you before. But there's gonna be two. But this is not the one that has the mansion. All right. This is not the one that has the mansion. Obviously, the zombie game that has the mansion is, again, if you guys do not know, there's going to be sun mods you're going to run with that. That one is 30 missions long, and it's about a story about a girl, her parents turn into zombies, and you'll see once you start finding these different type of levels as you go in, and it's big and huge and not so small, and combined like this one's going to be, but this one's going to be that small. I'm still going to be, I've got to draw the cities and do more outline and more detail to it, and then I'm going to put it in the game. So this one, you see, in the one before, is called the Evil Undead. It's called the Evil Uprising. And if you guys don't know about the Evil Uprising, the Evil Uprising is a zombie game. Is just really cool. But the Evil Uprising is 100% about probably 30 missions long. Yeah, 30 missions long, and it's a deep story. It's about a girl that lost her parents, but you play as a farmer, and at the very end you do meet this girl that kind of grew up, and she's a cop, and then there's this demon that you gotta take down at the very end with some using a helicopter, and just some other different stuff that you guys, the mods that you're gonna be needing for this one is gonna be, I'll be posting them onto Steam Workshop, and you guys will need this to play this mod. So there's gonna be some mods, and you're really gonna need this. You're gonna need the mods I use and I upload to there. So make sure you grab that. And the game is gonna be coming out in October. That's the Evil Undead will be coming out in October. That it will be coming out in October. So get ready. Around October, I'm going to be releasing some screenshots, some really interesting things about the Haunted Mansion, and some images. It's just still planned and still more detail that's coming on. Also, I got planned for another World War II game. I'm still going to be talking about the castle and what kind of happens with the castle. I'm not done. Don't worry if you guys think I was finished with that. That's not really coming out. That actually is coming out. So it's going to be just a little finish up of the World War II thing. And then another World War II game is actually coming out. That's going to be another story. I'm really excited about the other story because that's only like 12 missions long, but it's big. It's really big. It's really interesting. And it talks about another commander and another sergeant. So, I got that coming out. Also, and then we got Daragon coming out. Daragon is going to be pretty much based where you're a Marine. Well, not a Marine, but you're a Space Marine, and you're pretty much going around and you're trying to fight these enemies. And the enemy, the main boss is Daragon. Daragon is evil. He's like a prince, and you got to kill him. So you kill the prince at the very end, and game's over. You pretty much get more of the lore and side story. But now I do know what I do have to do. So I'm going to be uploading these games. Sadly, I can't be uploading them with text pages. Actually, I will upload them with text pages. But what's going to happen, guys, what's going to happen, though, is how I'm going to do this and how it's still going to be beautiful is I'm going to upload the text pages onto the image, right? Once you have the text page, you're going to have to load this game and the mission. You have to load the mission and the game into the editor. And you would just have to look at the text pages on the Steam, or you can download text pages, however you want to do it. It's really easy. But sadly, you will have to load each mission. You will have to load mission by mission, and I don't like this. I mean, I really don't. I'm a man of, I want to beat this game. I want to create this game. I want you guys to go continue to go to the next page. But apparently, Manasol Squad 2 just won't do that, and they're being, a retard, but I really just think they really need to fix that. It's really important. Maybe if there's a mod that does fix that, please tell me. Let me know. Let me know that there's a mod out there that can fix that 100%. And I'll use it. I'll put it in there, and I'll install it, and I'll fix it. And we can get moving, and we can get text pages, and we can get more of a story, more detail, more inline, and everything. But those are the games that are going to be coming out. I've got also episodes that are coming out. I've got more stuff coming out on my YouTube page. It's really important. Really important. We can get there. Goal for subscribers probably going to be like, if I can get like, I don't know, at the end of this year, 40. Be nice. But Twitch though. Twitch is really important. Twitch is important. If you guys, if I do stream on Twitch, then that stuff just goes to YouTube. So I don't know, but I'm using YouTube right now. I really like YouTube. It's really interesting. I don't charge for any of my stuff, so I don't do that. I mean, I do this because I love this stuff. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love YouTube. I love what I do. I don't charge for it. This is the hobby. I love doing this. I don't want to get paid for it. I do other stuff to get money. But yeah, guys. I'm gonna go be busy. I'm gonna go get started on. But by the way, one more thing. I will give you a quick video on the farmer and how the farm is going to do. So let's go ahead and switch over to paint, and I'll just pretty much break down what you're going to be seeing around in the first level. Oop, sorry. Now, what you guys are seeing here is paint. So, vertically, what you're going to be seeing in the first level is there's going to be a house. Right, there's going to be a barn. A barn around here. Okay, this is where the barn is. Now, I'm going to be doing this top-down view. So, here's our barn. Okay, here's our barn. Try to do a little better if I can with the triangle area, because barns have like a triangle area on them. So, here's our barn, and then we have the fences. Actually, there's no fence around it, but around in this area, there's like, I know this is an oval. I need to try to make a tractor if I can. Like a stem or something on it, I'm not sure. So this is our tractor. Alright, we got a tractor here, and we have a bunch of zombies in this area. Obviously, I can't draw with the crap for pound paint, but we have like a bunch of zombies in these areas right here. So we got like us, and I'm not going to be using Call of Duty Modern Warfare on this. What I am going to be using, however, is another zombie mod. It's like a worker mod in a way, so pretty much, you know. So if you got zombies over here, and you got zombies over here, there's going to be grass. So I'm going to have a lot of grass going. So I'm a green grass. It looks really nice. So we have grass over here. It's going to be all over it. Now in a barn, you don't usually see green grass, so it's very possible that you'll be seeing like that type of grass, like yellow grass, because farmers usually have this type of grass on them. You know, I mean, they might have green grass, I guess, but I don't know. Maybe I'll like switch it up and see what type of grass works, and you know what grass doesn't work. But we have a barn, we have zombies, and you are actually a farmer. Some people you can be called Farmer Joe if you want to, but you're a farmer, and this is you. There we go. So this is you, pretty much. Red dot. There we go. So that's you. So you're going to be killing like zombies here, zombies here. First gun you'll be picking up is going to be a pistol, and then a shotgun, and then inside of here is going to be a cop. Don't ask me why a cop is in here. I mean, actually I don't know. I just said red. Stupid. But yeah, it's going to be a cop. A boys in blue. Yeah. So there's going to be a cop in here, and then a zombie comes and you know, kills him, and then the cop turns into a zombie, and the zombies walk into you, you know, like da 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 da, and you kill them, kill all of them there. But there's gonna be a cop in here. And he's gonna have a shotgun again. First, you're gonna have a pistol, so you're gonna pow 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 pow, pow pow pow, and then pow 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 over here. Then you come in here and you'll get a piece of paper, and there'll be a piece of paper. This is going to be the first piece of paper that you have. So the piece of paper obviously is going to look white on white. Actually, my black edges. But it's going to be a piece of paper, and it's going to have, like, you know, some words on it, and that'll be your first clue. Whoops. That'll be your first clue of the story of what actually happened. So you'll go to the piece of paper, and the piece of paper you can pick it up, but you don't have to pick it up. But you'll go to the piece of paper, and the piece of paper will tell you, you know, what happened. You know, what took place, what didn't take place. So you'll go back, and then you'll learn about the mansion there was just a big mansion, and you'll learn about the, you know, gigantic mansion as you go through level 1. This will be level 1, right? So you'll kill all the zombies, all right? You'll go to here. Hopefully you've killed, like, all the zombies, and then you go to here. You walk in this area. You pick up this shotgun that he has for you. Shotgun. It's so hard to try to do it in a small area. Hold on. I'm gonna try to do a better job. I know there's like a handle, and like this, like that. Okay, that looks dumb. It's like, that looks really dumb. I know it's like, okay, there we go, and then handle of a trigger, and then boom, like that. Obviously the shotgun is not gonna look like this, but I'm trying to do the best I can with the shotgun. So you'll pick up the shotgun and blow and then after you pick up the shotgun, in like 20 seconds after you pick up the shotgun, like a zombie will spawn here, and you'll kill him with a shotgun, and then you'll go, you know, around this area, and I know what I'm doing. I'm trying to say here. You go around this area, right here. There we go. And it'll say here. Alright, so you'll go here, and the mission will end, and then you'll go to another mission, and it's gonna be very interesting. So it's very possible that when you do, like, if you've seen the tractor, I'm not saying that you're gonna drive the tractor. I mean, you could, I guess give you an option whether or not if you want to drive the tractor or not. But you'll get into a vehicle, right? Because you're gonna be driving, and your main objective is, it's almost like, I want to call it like slaughter race in a way, because you just pretty much go in a vehicle, and don't worry, the vehicle is 100%. It can't, like, nobody can kill you, because you're gonna be invincible, and the vehicle is gonna be invincible. So you're just really gonna be running through, killing so many zombies, like, you know, just all the way killing zombies. Then you come to like a point. But that's as far as I can tell you right now. I can't give you any more information than what I have for you right there. All right. So this is all the information I can give you on zombies, on the evil undead. Obviously, you're going to be going into another town, and you're going to be going through more towns and everything that's under the zombie movie anyways. But you're going to be going in there and doing a bunch of different stuff. But that's all the information I can tell you right now. Alright, so that's it for that one. So Daragon is really different. Daragon really, like, you're gonna be starting out on a planet, and again, I'm not doing any spoilers or anything, but obviously you got a plank, you know, you got a bridge, right? And you got here through a building. A star looked cool. You got here through a star, not a star. I'm so sorry. Not a star, but you got here through a ship, right? And your ship is like, you know, your ship is crash landed into pretty much nowhere. You know, it crash landed. You know, it's in pieces, and everything pretty much is just broken apart, and it's crash landed. And I mean, it's horrible. You know, you've got pieces after pieces. You know, it's bad. You know, it's horrible. So you've got a piece over here, a piece over there. You've got your ship all the way, pretty much, you know, all the way completely destroyed. You've got a piece over there. You've got like some, you know, more pieces over here. That's like, and maybe some over here, and then some more rubber or more gravel, more dirt. Actually, it's in the dirt. My bad. But the main point is your ship has been crashed, right? So your ship is crashed onto the planet, and you're here. Okay, this is you, and you're on this thing. So the platform, and again, you've got a mountain. Okay, you've got a big mountain that like goes all the way down, and then right here is just a bunch of lava. So you've got a shit ton of lava. Like you've got lava like crazy. You know, you've got that stuff like crazy. You know, it's, you know, you've got all kinds of lava down here and whatnot. You know, and on this side too. You know. But this is you walking down. You've got a bunch of lava, and you don't want to step in the stuff because it can kill you and stuff. You know. So you're gonna cross this plank. And there's like this door, you know, you get to an area of the area, you get to an area of the door, right? You get here, pretty much, you open the door, you go in. You go inside this area, which is right here. And don't worry, I will give you the first level of every game I tell you. And I'll tell you that's going to be release date, that's going to be happening, or it's still in progress. So your ship is crashed all over here, and again, it's going to be, you know, a normal sized spaceship, but you're not killing any enemies yet. You know, you're pretty much you're picking up a bunch of guns. You know, you're just picking up your gun. You know, you lost your gun, you crash landed. You know, you're trying to pick up your gun. You got a gun here. You got like a health pack here. You know, and you're looking at that. You know. So there's your health pack. You're looking at your health pack pretty much. So there's your health pack there. Picking up a gun, picking up a health pack, picking up maybe armor. You know, whatever this is, call that armor. Right? You're picking that up, right? And you know, but then you find out that there's a piece of paper. You know, there's another piece of paper that you have to find that has a note to it. You know, there's the note. You know, da 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 da, and then it just pretty much tells you what happened. You know, it's like, you know, you crash landed. You know, it could be a report of what happened. Again, this does take place in 3562. All right, so this takes place in 3562. Alright, and then there's going to be a message on this piece of paper that you'll read, right? So you're going through this, you know, you're a Space Marine, and what color of Space Marine you're going to be, you'll find out. So you're going through and you're trying to find, you're just walking, you know, do. You know, there's no bad guys though. There's no bad guys. You've got a door you need to find. So you know, it's always opening up different opportunities of, you know, what's happening. You're walking through. You pick up your gun. You read the piece of paper, which is going to be here. Pick up the health pack. Pick up the armor. Maybe there's like maybe a pistol that you might want. So you know, you pick that up. You pick a pistol. You pick up your gun. You walk in again. You can look around. You can just see the lava just rubbing on down, man. Just you know, and you've crash landed on this mysterious. Now again, it is black, so you know I just keep in mind that it's going to be black and orange. You know, black and orange. But your ship has been crashed, and it's it's torn to pieces, and it's just havoc, you know. So that's what's happening on when you first land. And the sky is going to be, of course, the different type of sky. But that is that. I'm going to save that. I'm going to save this. You guys can see this. I'm going to save this. Very peculiar. We're going to go. I'm not going to go D1. You guys are like, oh, it's gay. I'll go dare go 1. You probably think, hey, where did I go? Oh well. Whoopsie. So let's save. So, other one, I don't know, I saved it, but I don't know. The other one that we have that I told you guys is another one. Now, the way this actually happens is in this one, it's very different, very odd looking, but it's very precise. And the reason it's very precise is because it's very hard to come by. So you're, and this is going to be the name. I now have the name, and it's going to be SVOT1. So I'm not sure what that spells, but this is the name of the game. Right? This year starts back at 2652. 2652, and you are a like a robot marine, okay? Because you're like half robot, half human, and you've got to kill what seems to be something a lot stronger than you. It's almost like zombies in a way, I guess you could say. You know, they're mutated and they've got these bodies, you know, that are just really strong, and you need to get a rocket launcher, because if you don't get a rocket launcher, then you're gonna die. Alright, so you gotta pick up a rocket launcher, fire the missile, and kill this guy. Kill him. You know, you gotta kill him. So you pick up a rocket launcher to kill this guy, and then you walk. So you're gonna be inside of a spaceship, and you pretty much you've crash landed. You're not crash landed, but your mission is you go in and you got to kill these guys, pretty much all these heavy dudes that have these extremely strong super guns, you know, and you got to kill them, you know, you take them out, you kill them all, you know, bop them all out, and then, you know, that's the level, and then there's a door here that you're gonna go through. And again, just like any other game, instead of on a floor, on the wall, there's going to be a note. And again, you've got to read it. You know, you've got to read the note, and it'll give you more information about, you know, who you was and who you are, and, you know, what you're doing there, and your mission and everything else. So that is SPOT 12. And again, this year is 2652. Again, the other year that I did was 30 something too. So save this one, and we're just going to save this one as concept of SVOT 2652. Now, if you do look at this SPOV, right? SVOT, yeah, SVOT 2652. If you do look at this, there is always a difference. 52 is the exact number, and you can see 5, 10, 15, 20. Notice how 2 is an even number, and 5, because it's 2, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Actually, maybe 5 is not an even number. My bad. But 2 is. But this number, you put 2 behind 5, it's now 25. And it's 2652. You put the 5 in front of it, and then you put the 5 obviously behind the 2. It's almost like no matter how you do 52, it's always going to be behind it instead of in front. Just something weird that I just like found out. But this is going to be the name. And I think that's going to be a really interesting game, because there's a lot of stuff that that really is going to tie into this small little game here. Levels 11 levels. Alright. But yeah, guys, that's just some stuff that I wanted to pretty much tell you. So I hope you enjoy. And I gotta get busy. But again, I will be showing you on YouTube some of the demos, or even actually like a small trailer